Here we go. Hey, welcome everybody. It is almost the end of May. It's May 29th, 2023. In case you're calling in from another time zone or another universe, welcome. This is Aligning with Success. We have a few people that we're going to hear from tonight. We'll just start right now. I know there's people joining. I know it's Memorial Day in the US, so I don't expect everybody to come in. And so first, we're going to start with our guest, Janori Villada.
Villada. Yes.
Say that again.
Villada.
Oh, it's like a B sound.
Yes.
Janori Villada. Wow. Okay. Wouldn't have been my first guess. Welcome to the call. And Janori is Niken's newest silver. You became a silver, just a few days ago, I believe, yes?
Yes, like 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay, well, awesome. We think that's awesome, by the way. That's the first level of leadership in Niken. And many of us on this call have either become a silver or gone beyond that. And so it's really where we say life begins in Niken at silver. So I'll tell you a little bit of reasons why you already know, but just for the people watching the playback. At silver, our first level of leadership in Niken, it's 6,000 points overall volume, and then you need another couple legs doing some volume, meet those conditions. But the key about, and by the way, that volume has to be done in 1 month's time, whether you do it in your first month or your 10th month, it doesn't really matter. Once it's done, it's done. And Janori, is this your first month or how long have you been in Niken?
This is my 4th month. I started in February.
Okay, cool. So we'll get the timeline on your journey in a minute. And at silver, we start to earn maximum earning benefits. So we were able to earn a maximum of 20% rebate over and above our 25%, or excuse me, our 20% retail commission. So it's a really important rank because that's where, whether you're selling a product retail or whether you're sponsoring somebody and they're selling a product, that's when you're earning the maximum earnings on that type of activity, which is the two main types of activities in our business, which is personal retailing and personal sponsoring and supporting our teams. It's also the first rank where you're able to begin earning leadership bonuses. This is in a mature business, this becomes the lion's share of your income. Those leadership bonuses will surpass, as you develop your organization of leaders, those leadership bonuses will match and then eventually surpass as your business grows. So it's a prized rank to achieve, and we want to teach others how to do it as quickly and efficiently as possible, because the name of the game is create silvers, help more people create silvers. So if you think about each silver as a building block, then, like a brick in a wall, then we build our structure through silvers, helping people duplicate that activity and what it takes to get there. So we also have another silver who's just joined us, Caroline Maurice. Welcome, Caroline.
Thank you.
Silver. Caroline, you're silver as of when?
Yesterday.
Oh, okay. So that makes you technically the newest silver, but I mean, within a day of each other, you guys are new, brand spanking, newly minted silvers. Congratulations to both of you. And I want to get your stories, because that's really I think the main thrust of this call tonight will be that. I know we have Leo on the call, we have Mary Ellen Gabius, and I'm not sure if Paul will be joining, but they're come from Japan, the Niken Incentive Program that allows for these wonderful trips. And Japan is probably one of my favorites of all time, next to Italy. I think I love Japan. And so we'll hear from them toward the end and what that was all about. So let's start with you, Janori. You started your Niken journey 4 months ago. Can you give us a little bit about your background? What's your background?
Yes, I'm originally from Costa Rica. I've been in the US almost 20 years now. I'm a dental hygienist. That's my full-time job. But I've always been, I did try network marketing 3 years ago with Mary Kay. And I realized this is a business model that can be very, very profitable. if you know how to do it. The problem is that I didn't know how to do it. So I kind of stepped out of Mary Kay for a little bit. And then I had the big fortune of meeting Dave Roll. He just came to my life and with the proposal of network marketing again. And although I didn't have such a great experience with Mary Kay, I knew that the business worked and I knew how hard it is to work with somebody that really knows how to do the business and that is up there in rank. So I just knew in my heart that I couldn't pass the opportunity and that I had to go with it.
Good for you. You know,
yeah.
that's half the battle. It's not just being at the right place at the right time. It's knowing you're at the right place at the right time. So good for you on that.
Yes, I couldn't believe my luck, really. So I just, you know, join heads with Dave and I follow every direction. His book and training has been instrumental because once you really learn how to talk to people, what the business is about, and you feel knowledgeable about talking about numbers with people, people really do this business because they want to increase their income. Most of us, right? At least that was my major incentive. So once I learned all of that and I got the information that Niken is in Costa Rica, I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. Because I'm not really, I don't have a big social life here in the US. I work a lot of hours, so I just go from home to work home. I honestly don't know what made me think I could do this business, but I really like the unlimited earning potential of the business itself. And once Dave told me that the business is in Costa Rica, it was one of my motivations when I was in Mary Kay to do the business in Costa Rica, but Mary Kay is not in Costa Rica. So when I knew Niken was there, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the biggest opportunity of my life. And I started my business with my family, basically. My first distributor was my sister. She is a business owner, and although she's 5 years younger than me, she really is an entrepreneur in her, you know, in her mind. That's what she does. So she totally saw the opportunity here as well. And then I had two aunts joining me, and we just started building. It's about what I learned with Dave, that it's just about other people. It's about helping them achieve what they want. And if you just work along those lines, everything starts growing. I mean, I honestly feel like I haven't done half or 1/4 of the job to get here. It has all been my team. So I'm very proud of them. I'm very happy to be here, and I cannot wait.
I'll tell you what I'm happy about. I'm happy that in the last few minutes that you've been talking, not once did you mention the product. That is exciting to me, because the product you're talking about is the opportunity, that product. And I can't tell you, I mean, quite frankly, people who join network marketing flounder for a year. They are beating their heads against the wall. And if they haven't quit already, they finally figure out what you figured out through your work with Dave, which is the business is the business. The product is the product, and it supports the business. But clearly, you said your sister was the first person. She's a business person. So obviously you presented her with a business proposal, correct?
Correct, yes.
And has that been the thing that you have been leading with, the opportunity with your contact list? Absolutely.
That's really my biggest passion, to give people that are really looking for an opportunity to get ahead in life, to do more with their life, to give them that opportunity. Because, I mean, it can change someone's life drastically if they really learn how to do it. So for me, that's...
So if I may ask, what are you presenting? Like, if I was a prospect, a person you know, and I'm glad you said that I started with the people I know, because pretty much every one of us, that's how we start our business. It doesn't last that long, because pretty soon people they know introduce people they know, and you don't know these people. So, but every beginning has every unique and big business usually starts with family and friends. And that's, I think, the right thing. But at some point in time, the conversation switches to the product, I assume. But I want to know, so if you start the conversation with somebody, what are you starting with? What's the opening, if you will? If you just called, hey, Mike, where do we go from there?
Well, first of all, I would like to learn a little bit about your situation. That's like the biggest thing, to know how to start the conversation, to know what are your needs, what are your wants, where are you in life, what are you looking for?
Oh my God, this is like music to my ears here. Go on.
And guide the conversation along that route. You know, a lot of time we are looking for ways to increase our income, or just a better opportunity, or a way to get out of our jobs. I mean, I've been a dental hygienist for 9 years, and I love my patients, but I cannot wait to stop doing it.
Okay.
Because when you work so long with something and you don't see like you can get an increase in the amount of money you get for the amount of work you do, it's kind of, you know, it doesn't motivate you as much as when you put the effort and you see the results. You know, that's pretty nice. So just basically, it's just a communication type of situation.
So when does the conversation turn to the products?
That's when the person shows some interest on the business. I can tell them what we do, like that we work with wellness, and that's another area that I'm very passionate about. Everything natural, organic. I've been eating organic for a long time, so I like to introduce the product that way.
Nice.
And then talking about the technologies that are amazing, right? If you have the chance to help somebody that cannot be sleeping for a long time, that's like the biggest present you can present to them. So that's amazing.
So when you say I sound like somebody who's interested, I'm liking what I'm hearing. Have you done an ABC call? Will you be doing an ABC call with me? Is that something in their plan?
Yes, I did a lot of those with Dave.
Okay, great. And Dave's going to tell me his story, and I'm going to go, wow. And so I'm going to say, okay, so what do I do next? What would you suggest I do next?
Signing up.
Okay.
Yes, signing up, and then we will get together and we will have a talk where you would tell me how much really would you like to get out of this business. Like, give me a number per month and we can work based on that number. And that was very, very motivational for me when I had that talk.
Okay, that's really important. Let's call it the talk, okay? Because that's what I used to call it back in the day. I used to call it the talk. And I used to say to my distributors, did you have the talk? And that's the talk we're talking about. It's when you really get down to brass tacks. Do you know what they want? Is it a number? And what is the number? Because that's going to determine how serious they are about their investment, about the time commitment, about their investment in their contacts, etc. If you can't turn it into a number, then it's just, a lot of that. And I tell you, 90%, 95% of network marketers are just this, la. It's the 5% who make the money, and you want to learn how to be in the 5%. And that's how you do it. You have the talk with the serious ones. So, but you said I sign up. So I'm curious. Am I signing up as a consultant? Are you recommending a protocol when I sign up? Like, how are you signing me up?
Well, if you are in the US,
yeah,
I would first advise you to get the waterfall, just to get in the PowerHouse program.
Okay. So you're going to initiate me into the business with the PowerHouse program. Yeah.
Right.
So then you would send me the link so I can buy the waterfall. Now am I buying it as a consumer, or am I buying it as a consultant? As
a customer, knowing that you're going to turn into a consultant.
Okay,
after
perfect.
The purchase.
I love it. Love it. Okay. And then now I've done that. Great. And I get my product. Do I have to wait for my product, or are we already into the business conversation, the talk?
Oh, we would already be in the business conversation.
Okay, so at some point you're going to tell me you have to click the upgrade button to upgrade to your account, right? Or am I wrong?
Well, if you're already interested in the business,
Yeah,
I would advise you to start with the waterfall and then sign up as a distributor, and then I will
Right.
show you the incentives for the powerhouse and tell you why we did that, so you can duplicate
Okay.
the same thing.
so am I going to be buying any of the packs? Am I going to do 500 points, or am I just going to start selling? What's going to happen next?
Well, that would
Does-
be up to you. You have both options. I would definitely
Okay.
present both options. Yes.
Now you've got some people already on your team. David, I know you have your hand up, so give me 1 second. I just want to follow through on this thought. So you've got some people on your team already now. What in 4 months? Yeah. How many people are on your team?
35.
35 people. Wow.
Mhm.
Now these are registered, like as in
Yes.
consultants or customers, or well, they're obviously customers, but are they?
Yes. Out of the 35, I think I have like 3 or 4 customers there.
So out of the 35 people, about what percentage of those 35 are doing what you did?
See, in Costa Rica, things work differently. The incentives, everything is differently. So my second leg is in the US, but my first leg is all in Costa Rica. So they are doing it not with the powerhouse incentive, but
Yeah, they have
just
their own
by,
incentive.
but by talking about the product, by signing up distributors that way.
Yeah.
And that's how we're doing it basically.
Okay, cool. And then now you have a second leg in the US, you said?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how much, Dave, you have your question, you have your hand up?
I just wanted to say that the strategy was to get one leg cooking and really have some support and help underneath her. And then as Janori and I would be talking and strategizing on a very regular basis, almost every day, we'd look at what was happening and then we'd create what was going to be next kind of a concept. And as she got close to having a team in Costa Rica, I kept saying to her, okay, you got to get your second person because we got to get this volume happening. And now, but I really wanted to make a point on the first step. I signed up Janori as a customer with the PowerHouse program in February, but we had the discussion that she was going to become a distributor, but I wanted her to see the process. So she duplicates that, and that's what she passed on.
Right.
So her customer her second distributor in the US did exactly that, bought the waterfall and started her first powerhouse. And then she went out and did it. So
Very
she
cool.
got her first customer. Now, what Janori hasn't told you is her sister's about to go silver. She has a 3rd level silver that's about to go and possibly a 4th level. Because of the structure and the way.
So that's a taproot. So if you
Yeah.
guys remember a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, we had a call and I was teaching about taprooting. The idea of driving a leg down creates strength and stability, the root, and from that then creates the incentive for the person to go wide, because the only way to get up into the compensation plan is to have more than one leg. But now there's a real reason to have another leg, because you've got something going on in the first leg. So great strategy. This is like by the playbook, Janori. This is like beautiful. So it's a great experience that you've had, because what you are now able to do is teach what you've learned. You've applied it, you've acquired the rank, you've got duplication going on, and now you can teach it. And as I mentioned at the start of this call, the building block of the business is silver. So you've got a runway, a platform, a strategy for creating silvers with those who are serious enough to want to build a business. But most important, your whole kernel of duplication starts with the conversation of, do you want to make some more money? Do you want to improve your situation? It's a business conversation, which I really, really like, because that's going to be how you grow your business fast. The most powerful motive for people to join the business is not the product, it's the business opportunity. And so I love the strategy. Congratulations. I look forward to hearing you, having you back when you're gold and tell us the rest of the journey, what happened next, because this is really, really classic. We want examples right now in real time of what's working and why. So thank you for that. I'm gonna everybody, let's give her a hand. She deserves a hand, don't you think? Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you
Go,
so much.
Joy.
All right.
Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to go from Georgia up to Quebec. And Caroline, welcome to the call.
Hi.
Hi, Caroline. The official newest silver on the team. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, first of all, English is not my first language, so sorry for
You're already
everyone.
doing better than my French, so carry on.
Okay, thank you. So I don't really know what to say. Like,
What's your background?
I have a cleaning business. I started my cleaning business at 18 years old. I studied, I don't know how to say it in English, but plants like horticulture, like the
Horticulture.
plants
Yeah.
yes. And with the pandemic, I stopped and I just started my cleaning business. And then I really loved working for myself. So I started studying in naturotherapy, naturopathy. I don't know, naturopathy in English,
Yeah.
I think.
Yes, yes,
Not
yes.
sure. So I'm now, I'm still studying natural, but I also started private consultation, like one-on-one on Zoom with clients all around the world. So I have clients in Australia, France, and everywhere.
So you're quite the
And-
entrepreneur.
Yes,
How old are
Yes.
you, if I may ask?
I'm 21.
Wow, congratulations. Early start in
Thank you.
life.
Thank you. So I help a lot of people around the world with their health, and I'm doing this like 40 hours per week minimum since November 2022. So it's actually new. And then in November, I started in Melaleuca. I don't know if you know this
Yes,
company.
Melaleuca. Yeah. Cleaning
And-
products company.
Yes, and oh my God, I didn't like it. So with my school in Naturo, we learn Nature Sunshine.
Nature
I don't-
Sunshine. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's-
That's another good company. Yeah.
Yes, their products are so good, and I use them a lot with my clients. And even though it's a MLM company, I still love it, because at first I just quit Melaleuca, and then going in Nature Sunshine, I was like, oh no, not again. But it's very fine. It's cool. Their products are organic, cheap. They're cheap and everything. And I have so much results with my clients with those products. So that's cool. And
How did you learn about Niken?
Yes, wait. And one of my friends is in doTERRA, so I'm in the doTERRA too.
Okay.
Because I'm not very active in doTERRA, but I'm using
Essential oils.
yes, but not a lot. And I'm thinking, how did I know Niken the first time? Yes, it's actually a friend of my mother. It's Marie-Claude.
Okay.
Marie-Claude
Who just came
Levi.
back from Japan. So yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So she's friend with my mother, and it was at first my mother wanted to be in Niken, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna subscribe, subscribe, and she was so busy that she never did it. She did it yesterday, but well, she never did it. But she said, like, try the products, they're great and everything. So I was talking with Marie-Claude. I went to her house, and she did like the test, with the machine and the cell phone. She tried a few things on me, and
The
I was
energy
like,
tests.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. So I bought the waterfall machine, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. So I'm not sure this word, but the last April, the 2023, well, the last April 18, I signed up with Marie-Claude.
Okay, so you
As
joined
a-
again as a consultant
Yes.
in April
on
18,
April,
about a month or so ago.
on April 18,
Okay,
and then I didn't have any like, I was like, okay, that's fine, and then I sold one machine, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes
wait a
like
minute.
that.
How did you sell those machines?
Because I have a TikTok account, and I have like over 30K,
30,000 followers on TikTok?
Yes, 30,000
Wow.
followers on TikTok. So I did one video, and I got like 20,000 views, and people were like, oh, what machine do you use for your water? And it was like with one video that I became like silver in 1 month, and I did 3 powerhouses. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, now to do a powerhouse, that means you have to have sponsored somebody who did
Yes.
500 points. And if you've done 3, that means you've sponsored at least 3 people. Who are these 3 people? Where did they come from?
They were actually, by one of them is my mother, so she was the third one, because I want to do the third powerhouse, but
Okay,
the first 2,
I think we all have one of those in our downline.
yes. So let's say I have 2 real powerhouse. So the first one, it was actually one of my followers on TikTok, and she loved my account so much. And this is the trick. I gain credibility with people because I talk a lot about health. So people, when I say something, people just trust me, because I'm not trying to sell anything. I make long videos with explanation. It takes me a lot of time to do TikTok. So people trust me. So when I arrive with a product, people are like, oh, what it is, and they ask me questions. So when it's a product that I work for the company, it's cool for me, because sometimes I talk about products that I'm not working for them. It's like a product on Amazon, and I'm like, oh, this is a great product, you should use it and everything. So one of my followers saw my video on the water, and she said like, oh, this is nice. I want to buy the water, the water fountain, the waterfall,
Mhm.
the shower head,
Right.
yes. And she read about Nikin, and she said, oh my God, I don't know, hydrogène,
The
hydrogen.
hydrogen, yeah.
Yes.
Hydrogen.
And she was
yeah.
like, oh, this is nice. So I said to her, if you become a consultant, you will have like a discount. And she said, oh, okay, that's cool, because she bought a lot of products. She knew she would have to buy again the filters, so to always buy. So I said to her, you should subscribe as a consultant, and she said yes. And she passed it cost her like over $100. So I was like, okay, that's nice. And I didn't actually know that first time that I did a powerhouse. I didn't know. So that was the first one. The second one was one of my clients in Naturo, and she is a technician, like a lash technician, and she have a business, and she wanted to be in Nikim to sell product. So she wanted to try those products at first with her. So she bought the wellness home kit with the kit number 2.
Right.
And I was like, okay, nice. This is my second consultant. And I was not, I didn't know if what I did was big or not. It was my first month. So for me, it was normal. But Leo said to me like, no, this is not normal. And then
Well, it's a
Leo-
very unique approach. So what you're
What?
doing is something that my daughters actually had some success with in their own way, obviously in a different demographic. They're in their 20s as well. So you are leveraging your social media and you're already your client business in your a naturopath business. So as a business, as an entrepreneur, you are connecting with your audience and attracting them to this conversation. So that's a great start. The key now is going to be duplication, learning how to actually help those people start having some success. Because I don't think everybody that's on your team has 30,000 followers or a large. So you're going to need to do a little bit of research on how to help people. And then that's where your sponsor and your upline come in to help with duplication, because that's going to be the next challenge for you. Becoming a silver is fantastic. It's the building block. Now, helping others do it in a way that they can teach others to do it is going to be your next challenge. So I'm guessing you're probably going to get a check somewhere between $2,000 and $2,000 and $2,400 or something for your activity in Maine. How does that make you feel?
That's cool. Actually, that's cool. I'm like I'm like in shock. I don't know how to say it. Like for me, it's so new and it's very nice, but I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, it's nice not to have that answer right away, but to be able to make money and fumbling around with something that's kind of interesting. Can you imagine if you actually tried? I'll tell you one story. I had a consultant who had a check for $5,000. They had no idea how they got it. And as a result of that, they all of a sudden wanted to know, how did that happen? How did they get this check? And of course, it was their sponsor was doing a lot of the legwork. But then that person realizing there's a real business here, kind of like what Janori learned from Dave, they went on to make millions. And so you're now discovering Nikan. You're still in the discovery phase. You're already touching a little bit of success with this. And so imagine if you actually really kind of put your entrepreneurial tendencies towards this, what you could do with it. And I know there's a couple of them on this call who could really tell you about, the big picture in terms of income potential. So Dave's a Royal Diamond. He's been with Nikan 33 years. I'm a Royal Diamond. I've been with Nikan for 31 years. And that's a pretty amazing career of income opportunities. So they're just giving you a little bit of a nudge to say, hey, Caroline, there's something here with somebody with your kind of talent could go places like big leagues instead of just tinkering around, but not bad for a month of tinkering around, I would say.
I
That's
think
fantastic.
too. Yes.
I love that we have two very different stories about how silver was achieved, because that's really the hodgepodge of Nikan. Everybody has their way in, but when you want to turn the jets on and you want to go pro, you want to have a process. You want to have something that you can teach others. So that'll be fun for you to learn. All right. Well, so you've been in Nikan just a little over a month. You hit silver, 3 powerhouses. By the way, you're the first in North America to hit 3 powerhouses in a month. So let's give her an amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. And there's like that special bonus for the powerhouse. So you got 3 times that. That's really, really cool. What I love about that is we teach that as a strategy, and it's new. And the powerhouse is something new, and it's taking us a bit of time to kind of familiarize ourselves with it. But we have a strategy where we really feel that if people applied the powerhouse, kind of the way Janori did, the way you did in terms of how to get somebody started, if we do 3 powerhouses and we teach people to do 3 powerhouses to get the job of silver done, their launch, they're going to make a really good bit of money at it. They're going to have a fun time, great experience, and then they have something they can teach others, and that can build a career, a professional income that really can become, high level CEO type income. So That's awesome. We're really pleased to have you join the team and look forward to hearing your story continue as you advance to gold. You probably don't even know what gold means, but that's okay. You'll learn soon enough. Leo will teach you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks for joining our call and sharing with us. All right. Thank you, guys. I want to just get a little bit of feedback here in the little bit of time that we have left. Mary Ellen and Leo, who both came from their Team Kaizen and Team Taishi trip, Japan. So just a bit of background. Nikken offers incentives, and you can qualify for these incentives by basically doing the kind of stuff you just heard. Build your business. And so Leo started out the year in last year with a commitment. He wanted to hit Team Taishi, which is I believe that's 10 days in Japan. Team Kaizen is 7 days in Japan. And the thing he wanted to do is he wanted to hit Team Kaizen, the first part of that by mid-year, by June of last year, and then finish Team Taishi. But he wanted to do it by helping somebody else on his team go and achieve Team Kaizen and win the trip. He didn't want to go to Japan alone. He wanted somebody on his team, which also happened, which is Carol Ann's upline or sponsor even, Marie-Claude, who just got back from Japan as well. So congratulations, Leo. By the way, Leo also achieved Consultant of the Year with that commitment for last year, which is an incredible achievement. There's only one a year. And then we have Mary Ellen Gabias, and I'm not sure if Paul's on the line with her or not, but Mary Ellen, she's from BC, and she also won Team Kaizen and spent 7 days in Japan. So do you guys want to just tell us in like 2 minutes, give us some highlights about that journey? Mary Ellen, let's start with you.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. There are several highlights. My one regret is that we didn't make the same commitment Leo did to bring others with us, because that would have made it even more fun. But the Nikken benefits were getting to know the other leaders in Nikken better, learning from them, sharing with them, doing a lot of laughing with them, wearing kimonos with them. The other thing that struck me concerning Nikken was the absolute commitment to service and the humility of our president, Luis Kasuga, and of the North American president of sales, Ruben Yeskis. They went out of their way to be of service to every one of us in large and small ways. And they really modeled the idea of Nikken as a business grounded in service. We got to see a temple, a traditional Japanese village. We wore kimono. We went to the onsen, which are Japanese baths. We had a couple of days to explore Tokyo, and we ate and ate and ate. I believe there were 5 banquets altogether, and they brought in entertainment, Japanese dancers. It was, I said, I've heard of the show Queen for a Day, the old show with Bob Barker, but this was Queen for a week. And at first it was almost hard accepting so much generosity, but the generosity is real and it's a model. And I've come home determined to do my own PowerHouse soon and to work with other people so that the next time Nikken offers a trip like this, we'll be bringing half a busload with us.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a plan. Well, I understand that the 50th year anniversary will be in Japan. That's in 2 years. So we can definitely start working toward that. There are incentives available this year for travel. So look at the incentives program for how you can achieve that. Janori and Carol Ann, you're already in the running for it. So learn more about that. Thanks, Mary Ellen. I know you had an amazing time. I've been to Japan 5 times on Nikken. It is literally next to Italy, my favorite country in the world. It's absolutely stunning place, and the people and the customs are just so rich. So Leo,
What do you want again?
what was your takeaway? For those of us who weren't there, what can you tell us?
Okay, 2005, I was in Japan for 30 anniversary, and I win that trip. I like Nikken. I win a 7 trip with Nikken. That's what I like. I don't pay. That's more important. I went, I don't have to pay. And when Luis Castigar, January 2022, said, you go to Japan for 2023, no hesitation, my decision, the decision, I gotta go, but not 5 days, 10 days. Team Tashi, I need to meet to Team Tashi. My second question, decision, I want to be Team Kaizen before June, end of June, because I don't want to have a stress to do the extra point in the December exam. Now, 24 June, I have already 50,000 points for Team Kaizen. And my third decision is more important, and I don't want to be there alone. And I didn't know Marie-Claude in last January. We just Facebook friend. That's it. So when she's began the Nikken consultant, I just asked a question. Hey, Marie-Claude, do you like to go to Japan? She have a nice mindset. Of course, I like to go. And you like to Nikken pay for that? Oh, yes, I like. Did you want take an engagement with me? I'm going to coach you. I said, of course. What I have to do? First of all, think Club TI. She don't know what the Club TI. She just trusts me. I said, the first order she did 2,000 points, like that. 27 January. I never meet her. I meet her the day after for the first appointment, and she says, okay. She won the Power Star, 25 February, and the 2 March, she's already silver. End of March, she first Club TI. You see? And she did 2 Club TI and 1 few points for the third one. What I say is I like.
By the way, just let me pause. So the Club Ki from last year, this year's equivalent of that is the 18K club.
That's it. That's it. Now, when I go to Japan, I'm so excited. For me, and last January, when I take a decision, don't bother me. I go for it. But what I like is I have one consultant with me, Marie-Claude. And when I see Nancy and Marilyn, they know her now. And sometimes I look what she's, wow, she's lovely. And for me, it's more important. I'm sure Japan, I make a lot of new friends. Nancy is a new friend, Marie, Paul is another one. So, and now when Louis said to me, you go back here for 50th anniversary, no hesitation for me. I got to be there, right? And Royal Diamond, not Royal Platinum like today, Royal Diamond, okay? And I already take a goal. I don't go alone. Minimum 10 people, minimum. That's my goal.
Caroline, how about you? That you could be one of those 10 that he has in his team that goes.
Yeah,
Or would you like to go to Japan paid for by Nikken?
first class. I have my room alone. Maybe consultant of the year for that. But I have
Cabato's on your team here. He's also Angelica.
yeah, and
Okay.
Alex, she's
Alex, where's Alex? Is that the 41540 number? I think that's probably Alex.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Alex. Okay, I see you.
She's a brand news coming, Angelica Cabeto. And one thing I like when I go to the convention, of course, I have a big show with the Japanese, many colors, sound, everything is good. Sometimes I eat something, I don't know why, what I eat. I prefer to don't know it anyway. Okay, I just ate. I said, okay. Sometimes I'm not sure. Take it away, but it's free. I ate that, and I find I went with Bob Kruger. Bob Kruger, you know Bob Kruger.
Yeah.
Me and I said, geez, we have to find a McDonald's. We need to have
You went all the way to Japan to have McDonald's.
we need to eat something. We know. We find a McDonald's. We're so happy, like 2 kids. Yeah, we find a McDonald's. Okay.
That's funny.
That man, I make a new friend. The Tuesday night with the last big party together. I'm in the table with the guys from Colombia, and Cabeto is Colombia. Guria is your team, Mike.
Yeah,
Guria.
Gorea.
What's his name? What's
Barbara.
his name? No,
Barbara Gorea.
the guys from the on your team from Colombia. Gustav. I don't remember.
Jaime.
his name. I don't remember.
There's a few.
I know the few, but good hair is very sharp.
Yes.
The
Very
Latin Americans were amazing, very spirited, very kind, very warm, just amazing.
oh
Yeah.
yes. I make a new contact with them with Carolina.
Jaime Gonzalo.
Say that's a
Jaime. Yeah.
yeah. On the same night we become Facebook friend, and I shipped to Cabeto. He's from the same country, same city. Where's
Actually, and Cabeto met him. We did an ABC call, and he was introduced.
Yeah, see, that's one of the things I like to go to the show, and I see many people who was in Italy 3 or 4 years ago. Campbell, Bob Sugar, Ruclo, and we take I would say that engagement.
A commitment. You made a commitment to.
Only 4 group platinum, Royal Platinum, all group Royal Platinum. We come back here in Japan 2027. Royal
2025. Okay, wait. So what he's talking about, Royal Platinum, that's for those of you who are new. He's been a platinum for a long time. And he's talking about people who've been a platinum for a long time. So he's giving it an anointment, Royal Platinum. There is no such rank in Nikken. It's just a platinum that's been there for too long.
Yeah.
So he's making sort of a slap on the wrist and saying, come on, get up. So he's going for Royal Diamond, which is platinum, diamond, Royal Diamond. He's saying the whole group made a pact that they're going to go Royal Diamond in time for the convention in Japan.
Yes, I really, you see, my vision to walk to the stage, the new Royal Diamond from Montreal, Quebec, Leo Lemay. I just heard that from you see, in English, you can say in Japanese, I don't care, I got to be there anyway.
I want to emphasize something that Leo said. He said it tonight, and he said it on his call earlier tonight when we were on another team call. And he said he made the decision, not a decision, the decision. And what we mean by that is many people say they're going to do something and they don't do it because they never actually made a committed decision. They just spoke out loud. And a committed decision means you're going to follow through on what you said. And if you said it out loud and you said it to others and you heard it, you said it with intent, that means you're going to follow through on what you said you were going to do. That's the decision. So we suggest you don't make a decision, but you make the decision, whatever it is, to go for that income, whatever that number is, to go for that trip, whatever that trip is, to buy that house, to buy that car, whatever it is. Don't make a decision, make the decision, which means it's that or bust. And I can tell you, in my experience of manifesting things in life, everything that I've ever gotten that I really wanted, I made a decision to have. And it wasn't a wish. It was a decision. It was a choice. And I oriented my life, my actions, my commitments, my time, my choices around that decision. And so it wasn't an unimportant decision. It was the decision. There was no other way. There was no other choice. But when you make that kind of a commitment to yourself, and if it's a good one, if it's really something worth going after, then you'll get support. You'll be amazed at how much support you'll find comes to support you. And if your intention is to make a very successful business in Nikken, you've got two people on this call who've made tens of millions of dollars helping other people get what they want. That's myself, Dave Rolfe, both Royal Diamonds. And we're here on a Monday night, on a Memorial Night in the United States for Dave, because we're committed. We've made the decision to help people get to the experience of life that we've enjoyed through Nikken. And Dave, I don't know if you wanted to add to that. You're certainly welcome to it.
I mean, agreed. I was thinking of a slogan for Nikken, and I think this was said by Mary Ellen, which was just, you know, it's grounded in service. As a you know, moving into the future, because that tickles me. I mean, that just tickles my fancy, what Janori has accomplished. And I have to say, I wrote the book on this, and she followed the book like it was no tomorrow. She did the training program like no tomorrow. She followed each step. And the result of that was she gained an understanding that gave her control. It was no longer me, it was her. And that's the key to this business, is your control. Your ability to make, as you say, the decision. We have a different word called the postulate, which is basically the same thing. But it's that's how everything works. Nothing happens without a decision. And I have a great exercise. It's in module 2 about decisions. And once you do this exercise, it blows you away on how simple they actually can be made and how they can stick.
So Dave, website?
thesmartnetworker.com.
thesmartnetworker.com.
And it's
guys, if the training program's there, it's excellent. I really encourage you to go through it. What he's talking about is applied science. I wrote a book called I actually did write a book. I've never made it popular because I just never fanned the flames of my own whatever, but there's a book out there called The Science of the Nikken Business, because it is a science. You know, success is a science, successful business is a science. You know, we can learn from people who've done it and save a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of energy just by following what's been proven. And these trainings and what Dave's put together, this is based on not just science, but experience. So it's the science of the experience. Because as you heard tonight, there's two very different ways somebody approached silver or achieved the rank of silver tonight. But if we approach it from a science point of view, we're not looking for the mannerisms. We're looking to extract the principle. What was the principle that was applied? What were the core elements that were common? When you find that, when you extrapolate that, you have a program, you have a science to the business. And so when you become that familiar with this subject, you're worth what you are capable of achieving in terms of monetary success, financial success, puts you in the very top percentile. And I'm telling you, the top 1% in network marketers are multi-millionaires. So if you ever have the hope of being that kind of a person in terms of financial success, you have the vehicle. You have it. You don't have to go looking for it now. Now you just have to discover those core principles, those trainings, those teachings that are key to making you a master. And mastery in this business, it doesn't take forever to achieve, but it does take practice. So yeah, thanks, Dave. Thanks, Janori. Thanks, Caroline, Mary Ellen, Leo, for your contribution tonight.
One more thing, Michael.
Shoot.
Janori's next achievement is going to be the 18K club.
All right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's happening within the next 2 months.
Fantastic. Janori, are you up for that? Okay. Well, Leo, you're going to have to explain to Carol Ann what is the 18K club, because there's no reason why she shouldn't get that $1,000 bonus herself.
All
right.
right. Awesome.
Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining, and I'll post this as soon as we're done. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you very much, Michael.